Then where does stuff come from? It comes from the Supreme. Let me offer that to the Supreme. And as that happens, then bhakti starts to awaken. And then bhakti can be mixed with karma. Bhakti can be mixed with jnana. And there's unmixed bhakti. And there's stages. There's stages. So whatever position we're in, we should be honest with what our position is and act according to what Scripture indicates what we should do according to our position. And, important, and keep making steps towards where the train is going. Where is it meant to take you? The whole of the yoga process, the whole of Bhagavad Gita, is meant to take us to where? Sarvadharmam parityaja mamekam sharanam vraja. That's what it's meant to do. And that is sharanam. I'm repeating now something I said earlier. You accept things favorable and reject things unfavorable. Anukulyasya sankalpa, pratikulyasya varjanam. You accept things favorable, you reject things unfavorable. And then you offer those favorable things to Krishna with faith. And now that's proportionate to faith. So grow your faith. Proportionate to as your faith grows, you get closer and closer to shuddha, or pure, unmixed. Slowly. And that was the previous verse. I'll read the previous verse again. The highest devotion is attained by slow degrees, by the method of constant endeavor for self-realization with the help of three things: scriptural evidence, theistic conduct, and perseverance in practice. Very nice. So now back to this very involved purport. There's just one more paragraph. If the worldly acts are performed in the above manner, one does not get entangled in karma, even in hundreds of years of worldly life. The meaning of these two mantras from the jnana point of view is renouncement of the fruits of one's worldly actions, but from the bhakti point of view, they mean the attainment of Krishna's favor by their transfer to his account. In this method, which is the path of archana, madarpanam, right? From the verse I quoted from Bhagavad Gita, yad karoshi, yad jasnasi, yad shahosi, dadasi, yad. Same verse. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer and give away, whatever austerities, whatever charity, whatever you do, make it as a madarpanam. It becomes that. Your life becomes that progressively. Brahma cherishes the desire for creation in his heart. How does he cherish it? Because it's imparted in his heart by Krishna. He has Srishti Shakti. He wants to go build the universe. But he doesn't want to lose his connection with Krishna. So not how to balance, but how to stay connected while you're doing stuff. Worldly stuff. Building a universe is certainly worldly stuff. We are types of worldly stuff. Whatever those things, different stages and ages of life, we do different things. If that Brahma's creative desire is practiced by conjoining the same with the meditation of obeying therein the command of the Supreme Lord, then it will be a subsidiary spiritual function, gona dharma, subsidiary spiritual function. You spiritualize the thing that you do in this world. It's really easy. The principle is really easy. Suppose here's an electric socket. I'm not going to do it, don't worry, but supposing I stuck my fingers in the electric socket, what's going to happen? I get a shock because there's electricity there. And the electricity is connected with wherever the powerhouse is. But it's just a socket in the wall. So it doesn't, you don't have to be at the powerhouse. You just have to be with a connection. Similarly, for spiritual life, you need a connection. You need a connector and a connection. And you're plugged in. And then you can spiritualize your life. So it's not balance. And then so I'll just finish the paragraph. So Gonadharma is helpful for the growth of the disposition of service of the divinity by reason of its characteristic of seeking the protection of Godhead. It was certainly proper to instruct Brahma in this manner. There is no occasion for such instruction in the case of a jiva in whom spontaneous aversion for entities other than Krishna manifests itself. What he's saying here is regulation is needed for people who have attraction, and people that have for matter, and people that have a spontaneous attraction for divinity. They don't need all this because they're spontaneous. They're already there. They're connected. So to get connected, we're not there. To get connected, we need to have some principles that are guiding us. There's three things: constant endeavor, guided by scriptural indication, endeavor heading in the right direction. What are the three things? Text 59. Aided by, the scriptural evidence, theistic conduct, and perseverance. Same as Bhagavad Gita. Abhyasa yoga yuktena chita sananyagamino. Just abhyasa yoga. Practice. Abhyasa. And go in the right direction. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says the same thing in different language. Listen to this one. Progress is a series of small steps in the right direction. Progress is a series of small steps in the right direction. So make sure you get the right direction. That's the scriptural evidence. And then there's the endeavor, practicing, perseverance in practice. And you make some endeavors. There you go. And then according to faith, commensurate with faith, you'll get realizations. Then, time management. Fine. Lazy people don't need time management. They just sleep. Busy people need time management because there are things that are important to them. So then, you just consider, and you refine it as you go along, but you consider how much time to brush my teeth, how much time to do the worldly things. And then then how much sleep do I need? And, you have either an actual written indicator to yourself of how much time I spend for things that are in the relation to the body, relation to the mind. Same as these, body, mind, and social interaction. And it's going to be a little bit different for different people. But then, for our lives, there should be some part of your life, there must be some part of your life that's very singularly focused on spiritual practice. Sadhana, spiritual practice, some part of your day. And for different people, it's different. And yet, so some part of your day that's just exclusively, there's only one thing going on, and that's you're making your connection with Krishna in some sadhana form. And for us, this kirtan is one of them. and using mantra meditation beads. So it's a holy name. Our relation with Krishna through the sound of his holy name. It's our relationship with Krishna. And so making some commitment to do that. And then that helps the consequence, the result is your consciousness becomes spiritualized and makes it easier to spiritualize all the other things you do. And make the right choices of things that are favorable and leave to the side things that are not favorable. Makes it easier. Because then you have spiritual strength and your spiritual intelligence is activated. And it's easier. But you have to start somewhere. You start somewhere. And some part of your day is that. And then you endeavor to spiritualize the rest by these principles. It's really pretty simple. It's difficult because we're conditioned to something else. As Kali Yuga progresses, it gets darker and darker. Tendencies get darker and darker. The spiritual light diminishes and material tendencies get darker and darker. Forgetfulness becomes stronger and stronger. So it doesn't become easier. So it's 8 o'clock. Let's see if there's some discussion. Sanjaya, you have a microphone. Look at that.
Haribol, Maharaj. Maharaj, please advise us how to maintain the proper state of mind while executing everything what you read.
It's maintaining the proper state of mind is alignment with a relationship with Krishna. No, we may be very, very far away. We may be somewhere a little bit closer. We may be really close. But the principle is, it's the bhakti principle. To maintain, there's something that we want. We want to be happy. Everyone wants to be happy. So the sense of happiness is going to vary from person to person. But the higher sense of happiness, I'm giving you maybe a long-winded answer, but rasa, we want the taste of being in a relationship with a loving person. And there isn't some loving person more loving than Krishna. So move towards that as a goal of life or mission of life or a hankering, a yearning. And then one can maintain that mood. Just like mother and daughter over here. When I watched when you came in, your daughter was right behind you and she watched what you were doing and you paid obeisances and she paid obeisances because you asked her to pay. No, it's a loving relationship. It's a loving relationship. Loving mother and a nice receiving daughter. Let's see what happens when teenage hits. Readiness of mood and purpose. It's the relationship, spiritual relationship, bhakti. Something else. I heard our host generally has lots of nice questions. Someone told me.
They had a presentation and there were some points that were brought about. So the point that was shared by the youngster is that Arjuna was envious of Eklavya.